morning, and welcome to Winnipeg. Welcome back to step number 12, which we are still in. Earlier this morning, I was looking at step 12, and I was thinking that this gun here that we have to make up to mini module H, I guess. I was thinking, okay, I've cut off the pieces for that, and I'm looking all around for them. I could find the small pieces for the paravanes and the two little supports that are supposed to go underneath this, which I probably should have painted the 82 and didn't. Also, a mistake I made yesterday, not a serious mistake, but it means now that I have to get out my paintbrush, and you can see right here where the clip was. Well, I was realizing that what I probably could have done, and instead of putting the alligator clip on, I can't get a hold of it now. Yeah, instead of putting it on this way, I should have put it on like this and grabbed hold of the positioning peg. I think that probably would have held. Yeah. And then I wouldn't have to do any repainting. That was stupid. Don't know why I didn't think of it. It's not like I hadn't done that sort of thing before. I just didn't think of it. Okay. Those are done. It seems to me I said we would take a nice close look at them now that they are dry. This one here, I'm not going to paint that because if you remember that the deck goes back up and fits into the slots and it's going to hide that, so why bother? Although maybe I will as long as I got the paintbrush out right. However, step 12, we got to make up at least one of these mini module 8H guns with their little photo etch seats. And if you remember, it was last week we were talking about how many are we supposed to make, because there's enough plastic parts to make 4 of them. Like there's all the pieces to make one gun are on the U sprue. The U4, the U8, and the U6. They're on the sprue right here and there's 4 sprues. So, but if you remember, I checked the photo etch sheet, and there was not enough seats to make 4 guns. So I got a feeling we only need 1. I guess if I royally screw up on the first one, I can always get lots of parts to make another one. Then the paravanes we're going to want to paint a contrasting color so that they stand out when they're fastened on the sides of the bulkhead. I think there's 6 of them have to go on altogether. Also in step 12. I don't think we'll get done step 12 today, but there once again there's other things I want to do. Okay, here's what I want to do. If you remember on my motorcycle box, and here we go again, there goes Ron, he's got to talk about his motorcycle. Well, that's because that's what I'm thinking about. Okay, so on the motorcycle box, I was having a problem getting the new heavy bike up over that little rise. When you first enter it, it's about that high off where the patio comes along, and then there's that. It was just too hard to get it in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take where I made the bulge on the door, where it protrudes out, I had to cut a piece of the door out. Well, that is 3/4 inch plywood. That's heavy plywood. So, at least I think it's 3/4 inch. Anyway, it's heavy plywood, and I'm going to use that as a ramp. And I want to get that made up. I also want to cut a door in the side. Now, I'm not going to don't worry, I'm not going to go trying to ride my motorcycle today. Mind you, it's been drizzling, and the weather forecast is bad for today, and possible snow for tonight. Can you believe it? That's okay. Saturday and Sunday's supposed to be nice. Yeah, I think on Sunday I'm going to get to go over to the daughter's place, and we're all going to sort of get the little tiny family get together. At least that's the plan now. It's Easter Sunday, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so that's what I want to do. So I might quit a little bit early on this, but I think what we should do is recompose here a little bit. I'm going to quickly off camera, most likely. Most likely I won't. Paint these, and then we'll take a nice close look to see how well did the spraying go around the railing. It looks good to me from arm's length, but you know, when I zoom in quite often and look at stuff later in when I'm editing in post, I think, oh my goodness, I missed here, I missed there, that's too thin, that needs a second coat. I don't think it's going to happen, but okay. What do we got here? Almost 8:30. Missy the dog will probably be here in an hour, so we're ready for Missy. Missy was so happy to see me. at least I think she was. I want to think that she was happy to see me yesterday. Okay, so we're ready to go there. I didn't see the walkers yet, but on the other hand, I didn't look either. So I bet you they were carrying umbrellas. Whether the umbrellas were over their heads or not, I don't know. If I think of it, I'll maybe take a quick look and see if I can spot them. That's one nice thing about this surveillance system. I can go back almost a week and look and see, you know, if I see a dead moose laying in the backyard, I can run the footage back and see how did it get there? Who shot that moose? Oh, gee. I've been in the hospital too long, obviously. Let's recompose here, get our parts, make our mini module H, and yeah, I think that's about it. I hope it's not going to snow tonight.
Hey, Ron.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Missy the dog. Do I get the ear flap, do I? I saw Penny the cat going for her watering.
Yes.
How much water do they inject? Did you ever
100
see?
cc's.
100 cc's of water. That's a lot of water.
It is. It lasts her about a week because of her failing kidneys. Say when you're ready.
I am ready. Yeah, 100 cc's of water.
How are you feeling today?
Not too bad.
Good sleep?
Actually, I slept not too bad. I got up early, about 5 o'clock this morning. Actually, I think I told you yesterday it was 7. It was more like 6.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was out the door to Timmy's this morning at 7.
I saw you go.
Yeah. And you've got the Honda shirt on today.
Yes, yeah. I thought I'd try and cover up all the bruises on my arms from the IVs.
Yes, that's a good idea. Honda, in honor of the gold rig.
Yeah, which isn't getting too much use lately.
Oh,
I thought I might go out to the shed today and work on the ramp going up into the door.
good.
Just and maybe tomorrow I'll work on the side door, the hatch or whatever it is, and I think I'll put that in. And maybe on Saturday we'll see if I feel like throwing my leg over the seat and seeing if I can start it up and how I feel.
you could test it out. You know how high the seat is,
Yeah.
so you could test it out in the kitchen.
No, I pretty much need the to drag my leg over the seat.
Yeah, it's a matter of getting it high enough.
Yeah.
But if you can get it high enough, I'm sure you could drag it over. But the day is coming, eh? The day is coming when you'll be riding it again.
Oh yeah. Is it?
I'm gonna go down and get my blood test results today and go to the dollar store. They sell a type of pen that I really like, so I'll get about 20 of those. And Rainey wants some gloves for handling the cat and the cat's box. Poor old cat. She's still alive.
Well, I'm going to go back to the pharmacy and see if I can get my prescription, because I'm pretty sure Dr. Anderson had written some stuff on the top of that prescription that I should know. And also, I don't think they filled it right.
Shoot this?
Thank you for coming, Missy. There we go.
All right. See you later. Oh, I get an ear flap again.
When I jog now, she used to jog with me, but now she just punches me. Punch, 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 punch. I don't know why. She wants to lead the parade, I guess.
Bye, Missy. Well, the rain has stopped. That's good. Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Okay, just before I saw Missy coming, I was getting ready to mix this paint up and touch up my little boo-boos here. Yeah. Well, looks like the sun is trying to come out. Okay. So I got to the pharmacy and I got the copy of the prescription that I had handed in yesterday, the photocopy that is. And they were just in the process of filling the one out. Filling the prescription that I had, so it means I don't have to go back, so what a lucky break. I cheated Murphy's Law. Okay. Now, I'll be careful now not to break the railings off. Kind of holding this a little bit awkwardly. But in all likelihood, we're not going to see that. And I think we definitely are not going to see that one. But we got it anyway. Okay. I said I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, just for the fun of it, we'll see what that looks like when it's dry. Okay, we need U4, U6, and U8, and they're all nice and close together here. Now let's not grab too high up on the positioning peg there. Or maybe that's supposed to be the kingpin. Anyway, we got that one. No. This one here, I think it's probably in all likelihood part of the sight. And this is obviously the barrels. right. So there we go. Let's get those cleaned up and glued together. And then there would be our photo etch pieces. I think that's it. Okay, I've just been looking at the manual here, trying to make sure I don't put this on upside down. You can sort of see there's a little. I think what it's supposed to represent maybe a gear drive or something like that to change the elevation. Sorry, my voice is going at the moment. And this is gonna. And I think that has to go down like this, and as near as I can tell, from the drawing. Okay, these parts here that are up, it doesn't seem to want to fit very good unless maybe I've got it upside down. Let me check the manual again. What if I was to put it on this way? It actually goes a little better. But I don't think it has to go that way, because the drawing doesn't show it. See if I can get something to point with. Yeah, the drawing doesn't show this part that I'm touching right now in the up position. You can't see it at all. I'm going to have to push stop here for a minute and recheck. No, it clearly shows it has to go like this. But it doesn't fit quite right like that. Unless I have it back. You see when I try to... That kind of works. This almost looks better. Unless I got it the wrong way around. Maybe it's supposed to go this way. Let me check here. No, it just has to go this way. Well, that sort of works like that. Mind you, at arm's length, we're not going to know if it's not quite right. If I've got it a millimeter too much this way or a millimeter too much this way. But it has to go on there because the other small piece, it somehow is supported between over top of this one and this one. Once again, the drawings are not too clear. I would have thought that there would have been something on the bottom here that the thing would have fit into, but it does. The only place it's going to fit smoothly is just right back, and you might say the breech part of the gun. That will sort of rest on there, but that just doesn't look right. If you look at the other drawing, it looks like it's sort of like this, not back like this. Anyway, I'm going to glue it like this. Probably, it's kind of sloped though. If you look at it, and if we put it on like that, it's not going to be straight, because we got this rounded piece thing going on. Unless I accidentally nipped something off I wasn't supposed to, but I don't think I did. I just nipped off where the screw connection was. And the drawing does show that this little part, oh come on. Okay, the drawing does show that this little part that I'm touching right now is supposed to be on there. Now there was a piece of sprue connected to that. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to go like this. Oh come on, this is taking all day here. Okay, I'm back. Now, if I was to take, you can sort of see here. It's terribly hard to hold on to. But you can sort of see here that we got a little thing coming up here, and another one right here, just sort of, but it's kind of hidden by this rounded piece. But I think what's supposed to happen is that bar that we're resting on right now, this one right here, is supposed to be mounted on this and this. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to try and cut away here and just level this down, and then it's going to fit evenly. Okay, I'm back. All right, what I did was I took Chris's file here, and I just very carefully filed it down until I got to this part that I'm touching with the corner of the file. Now let's try it and see if it seems to fit better. At least it will fit flush. Let's put it that way. It's not a good fit, but I think we get enough glue on there and yeah. Maybe what I'll do is I'll use the helping hands to hold it. I'll just grab hold of it somewhere here and get everything repositioned. Okay, once again I'm going to push stop. Okay, let's kind of do a bit of a dry run here first. I got the helping hands here. See if I can just lower it down so it's sort of a loose fit. Okay, now see if it'll just drop in there like that. Now it's not going to fall out. Maybe pull it back just a smidge. Okay, I think that'll be all right. So what I'll do is I'll lift it out, and then I'm going to moisten the bar. I wonder if I should use the Tamiya thick. It might work a little better. Set this off to the side here for a moment. Okay, now remember, this is the one that drips all over the place, so let's not put too much on. Now, I do have a little bit of working time with this glue. That's a good part about it. But it also means that I can't touch it for a couple hours. I guess you know what that means, right? We're probably going to end this episode. Now it won't drop down. Stuff like this. Okay, I'm looking straight down on it now. And it appears to me that the... Oh, I think it has to come ahead towards you just a little bit here. Okay, I think I've got everything squared up here. And we can fill that in with glue later. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're going to see you tomorrow. And all being well, I'll have my voice back. And maybe I did pick up something at the hospital.